Molecules started interacting. Molecules started interacting with each other, and that led to the formation of life. Okay. Now, if there are molecules like this, now these are the molecules, group of molecules. What happened? Who's this? Put your microphone. Keep I think your microphone is on. You want to say anything? Who is this A? Okay. So, see, these are molecules. Okay, I will give you two illustrations. One example over here. There are so many molecules over here, and here also there are molecules. Same number. Over here, you see interaction between molecules, maybe some force, or they are interacting with them. Since they are interacting, you can see life. If they are not interacting, there is a group of molecules, no interaction, there is no life. Okay, so life results due to relationships of molecules, and it is not the property of one molecule. One molecule won't give a life. It should be an interaction between them. In a living organism, which molecules are predominant? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen is predominant. This is more in number. Okay. They form small molecules, micromolecules. The CHO can form either small molecules or a large molecule. Okay. So micromolecules are water, NaCl, and glucose, and macromolecules are carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids. Okay. Do you know the activities of small molecules are controlled by large molecules? You know that, because glucose is made up of what? Glucose is made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And glucose molecule is formed by the interaction between them, similar to DNA. If you want to break DNA, there is a sugar. In DNA, you will have sugar, nitrogen base, sugar is there, nitrogen base is there, phosphate group is there. Phosphate group. Because of the interaction with all these three, you can see the formation of a DNA. Okay, this is what they want to say. Yeah. Next is the chemicals keep on changing via chemical reaction. Okay. First, so yeah, wait a second. Okay. So we will begin with the, so you all know that to find out whether organism is living or it is a non-living, we have two criteria, right? What are those? Can anybody tell me what are the two types of criteria we have?
Defining features and characteristic features.
Yes, correct. So one is defining feature and another one is a characteristic feature. So under defining feature, okay, I'll write down. Defining and characteristic. Characteristic feature. Okay. Under defining feature, so the criteria which comes under defining feature is whole and sole responsible for a living organism. So living organism should show the characteristics which is coming under defining feature. And characteristic feature, both living as well as non-living organisms show. Okay. So can anybody tell me what are the 3 characteristics of defining feature?
Metabolism,
Okay.
Cellular organization and
Cellular
Consciousness.
organization and
consciousness,
consciousness.
consciousness. Correct. Okay. These 3 are the main characteristics of defining feature: metabolism, cellular organization, and consciousness. Now we will deal with it. Now, what is a metabolism? Metabolism is nothing but all the chemical reactions which are happening in a living organism. So the chemical reactions which are occurring in the living organism is known as metabolism. You all know this properly. And you know that we divide metabolism into 2 parts. That is anabolism and catabolism. Now, what is happening in anabolism? Anabolism is building up of reactions. So we are cooking something like, see, these are the broken molecules. I am aligning them together in a string. This is anabolism. And what is catabolism? Me breaking them back is catabolism. Okay. Best way I can say, now you had your lunch. You had your lunch and all the proteins have been broken down into amino acids by your stomach. The digestive juices in your stomach are going to break down it into protein. Not only digest stomach, pancreas and small intestine juices are going to break down the proteins into amino acids. Now this breaking down of a protein into amino acid is catabolism. Okay. And these amino acid goes to your muscles. And over there, a new protein formation happens. From the broken amino acids, you're going to make a new protein. This is anabolism. Okay, you're eating a protein, your digestive enzymes are breaking the protein, is catabolism. It's been absorbed and goes to your muscles and a new protein formation happens, that is anabolism. Is it clear, everybody? Catabolism and anabolism. Okay. Next is about metabolism. Okay, Adi. Sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in the body is called as metabolism. Okay, sum total of all chemical reactions occurring in the body. So it is the defining property of living organisms. No non-living organisms show metabolism. You cannot see any non-living organisms showing metabolism. Okay. Another only important points I have put over here. Now, you drink milk. Okay. And you know, inside in our when you drink milk, in our body, especially small intestine produces a enzyme called as lactase. है ना? Digestion ho chuka hai. So you all know what enzymes have been produced. So small intestine produces an enzyme known as lactase. Lactase kya karta hai? Lactase is going to break down lactose into glucose and maltose, right? Lactase is going to break down lactose into glucose and maltose. So glucose and maltose are monosaccharide. Lactose was a disaccharide. So when you drink milk, this kind of digestion is happening in your body. Okay. So lactase enzyme is going to treat. This is happening inside your body. So I can call this as metabolism. But the same reaction I can perform in the lab, in the test tube. Okay, I can take milk, I can artificially synthesize a lactase enzyme, put it in the milk. So the lactose sugar in the milk is broken down into glucose and maltose. Okay, so when you break, this reaction took place in the test tube or in the lab conditions. So should I call the reaction as a living being? Should I call the test tube as a living being? No, I won't call the test tube as a living being. But I will give a special name to that reaction. That reaction is known as living reaction. Why? Because same reaction happens in our body. Now I am showing it in the lab. So that is a living reaction. Similar thing, IVF technique. You know that fertilization is internal in mammals, right? You know very well this, that the oogamous kind of fertilization happens where the sperms enter into the female reproductive tract and it is going to fertilize the ovum inside the female reproductive tract. So this is called as internal fertilization. Some couple might be having a problem with this. So their fertilization is done in the lab, and that is what we call as IVF technique. Okay. So IVF technique is happening in, you can't call the lab as a living thing here. So the reaction what IVF they do is a living reaction. Okay. I hope this is clear. Yeah. We know most of the chemical constituents and the chemical reactions of the cell, but still unable to make a living cell. Okay. So we cannot, we know most of the reactions, but we know most of the reactions which is occurring in the cell. But till now, till date, nobody has made a living cell. We cannot make a living cell. Okay. This is only a nature can do a living cell. Man-made thing, we cannot make a living cell. Now I can't, even I know what reaction is happening inside amoeba, I cannot create it. Okay. So because we cannot create this level of organization. Now why is that? Why are we not able to create a living cell? Because we don't have the understanding of the level of organization, cellular level of organization, okay, how the interaction is happening between the molecules or between the cells, we are unable to decipher. Okay. We are unable to understand that part. Rest everything, we know how it is working, but the understanding of the interaction is yet not clear. That is the reason we cannot make artificially from scratch. I cannot make a living cell. Okay. Next, we are going to see about cellular organization, which is a defining property of a living organism. Okay. So life as an expression of energy changes and exchange matter. So what is a life? It is the expression of energy changes and the exchange of matter. So exchange of matter is going to happen. So light energy is taken by photosynthesis and they convert it into chemical energy and they make ATP molecules. See, there is always, you cannot conserve it, you cannot keep energy in yourself. You have to pass it to the next. Okay. So it is always an exchange of matter. Okay. So this is little bit outside. Why am I doing this is matlab question bhi aa sakta hai. Isliye this is a little, so how much you just understand this part. Okay. Open system or living being. The system which has continuous inflow and outflow of energy but maintains a steady state is observed. Open system ka matlab kya hai? Living. We are called as open system. Okay, living beings. Kyun? Some we get, and there is an inflow of energy. Matlab, now I ate a fruit or I ate a vegetable. It's a plant source, right? So plant ka energy tha usme. Now I ate it. So uska plant ka energy came into my body. Okay. Outflow of energy may be through excreta, the whatever feces or urine, whatever unwanted substance goes out of my body. But that unwanted substance is a wanted substance for saprophytes. So they use it to get energy. So there is inflow as well as there is outflow. Energy aata bhi hai aur jata bhi hai. So so this kind is known as open system. And why this enter and exit happens? To maintain a steady system. Okay. Yeah. Next is about homeostasis. Maintenance of a dynamic consistency of environment or a steady state. Okay. Homeostasis ka matlab hai, see, best example is, okay. Now you all are sitting in your house. You're put on the AC. Okay. Put AC at 18 degrees Celsius. Check your body temperature. Your body temperature is never going to 18 degrees Celsius. It is always maintained. It is always properly maintained. 35 degrees Celsius. Okay. This is properly maintained. One second. Our body, the temperature never changes. Okay, it's properly maintained, and that is known as homeostasis. अभी temperature बढ़ाओ 50 degree Celsius. Yeah, तुम्हें गर्मी लगती है, लेकिन your body temperature is maintained. So, maintenance of dynamic constituents of internal environment. हमारा body का internal environment is being properly maintained thanks to hypothalamus. This is hypothalamus who is doing it. Okay, in our brain, we have a spot known as hypothalamus, which maintains the proper temperature. Okay, so that is because of, that is homeostasis. Thermoregulation is temperature regulation with respect to outer environment. So with respect to outer environment, we have to see the temperature regulation. First thing, we have two type of organisms, ectothermic or poikilothermic or cold-blooded animals. So since animal kingdom is done, you know that fishes and amphibians and reptiles, their body temperature keeps on changing. Like if outside it is 32 degrees Celsius, their body temperature also becomes 32 degrees Celsius. Outside it is 18 degrees Celsius, unka bhi body temperature aisa hota hai. So they have a very fluctuating body temperature. Okay, internal body temperature is not constant. And this is a big issue. Because of this, global warming के वजह से क्या हो रहा है? Temperature change होता ना? So they are more affected. They are becoming extinct. Fish, amphibians, and reptiles are becoming extinct. Mammals and aves are not that much affected because we can maintain a proper temperature. क्या होता है जब body temperature increase होता है? You know that 70% of our body is made up of proteins, right? So proteins chodo, we have so many enzymes. All organisms have enzymes in our body. Be digestive enzymes. So let me take example of pepsin. Stomach mein hai pepsin. Okay. So this is a proteinaceous enzyme. Now protein है ना बहुत fragile होता है. मतलब its protein is very weak kind. थोड़ा सा भी टेम्परेचर बदल जाता है ना, ये डीनेचर हो जाता है. डीनेचर मतलब इट इज गोइंग टू लूज इट्स फोल्डिंग. जैसे प्रेयॉन्स हुआ था ना, गोइंग टू लूज इट्स फोल्डिंग. लेकिन ये प्रेयॉन नहीं बन जाता है. प्रेयॉन वाज अटैकिंग अस. इट डजंट टर्न इनटू प्रेयॉन, बट इट स्टॉप्स वर्किंग. ओके, दिस वर्क्स एट ओनली 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस. सोचो कि टेम्परेचर हो गया, बॉडी का टेम्परेचर हो गया 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस. 35 degrees Celsius. Body temperature became 35 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now this pepsin is not working in their body. मतलब उन लोगों के body में protein digestion होगा ही नहीं. Right? This is such a big threat to them. That is the reason ये लोग ना global warming के लिए शिकार है. Okay, they are being more targeted and they are becoming extinct. Poikilothermic animals are being extinct. Whereas homeothermic animals have a constant temperature. Bahar kuch bhi ho jaye, they have a normal temperature. They have homeostasis in their body. Okay, is this clear? I know I didn't do this in the class. It's not in your textbook also, but I am just doing the extra things in this class. Kuch to padna chahiye na. Everybody, all 58 people? Okay.
Yes, miss.
वाइवा में वही पूछूंगी जो टेक्स्ट बुक में है और नोट्स में दिया हुआ है. ओके, डोंट वरी. Okay. Now, how this temperature is maintained? We have hair, feather, which prevent the heat loss, right? Hair and feathers are present. That is the one which is preventing the heat loss. Tuna is a fish which maintains a constant temperature. Okay, write down this one. Tuna is a fish which has a constant temperature. How homeothermic is maintained in human? We have thermoreceptors, hypothalamus, I told you, sweat glands and blood vessels to dilate the cooling. Okay, this part is not required. So tuna is the only fish which can maintain thermoregulation.
Miss, I have a doubt.
Okay, be loud. No, I can't hear you. Who is
I
he?
want
Vaidehi. हाँ Vaidehi.
Miss agar tuna fish, it lives in the water and it has like it can maintain its body temperature. Then how can it survive in cold temperatures in the water?
Tuna fish is a tropical fish. It doesn't go to cold temperature. You find tuna only in Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean.
But
You will
like
never find in Arctic Ocean.
but still when it gets cold, then like
See,
it can
Pacific
survive.
Ocean क्या होता है कि इक्वेटर के पास में है ना, so ocean is only warm. So it is never going to the poles, tuna fish. So and it is and वो deep sea fish नहीं है, वो ऊपर ही रहता है. Okay? और पैसिफिक ओशन का टेम्परेचर चेंज नहीं होता है. इट्स लाइक ऑलमोस्ट कांस्टेंट, क्योंकि इक्वेटर का सनलाइट इज डायरेक्टली फॉलिंग ऑन इट एंड इट इज अ वेरी वार्म ओशन.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Tuna fish you only find in Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean. सिर्फ इस तरफ है. Okay, it's a huge market in India. टिन में डाल के they sell it to European countries. Okay, क्योंकि उनके ओशन में नहीं मिलता ट्यूना फिश.
Miss,
हाँ.
if its temperature is not detected changing because the temperature not changes where it is found, so how can we consider that it is homeotherm?
I didn't get your question, Vidya. Could you repeat?
Miss, that fish you told that it's found in specific temperature only. So we have never found it in different temperatures. So how do we say that it is homeotherm?
Because see, when I say temperature doesn't change, see, we are land animals, Mumbai mein. See, it was 35 degrees Celsius in May. Now what's the temperature? 27 degrees Celsius. Itna fluctuation hota hai. Okay, so much fluctuation our body can bear, right? Even during summer, if you check the temperature, your body temperature was 35 degrees Celsius, even though it was 40 degrees Celsius April में. अभी तो 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस है. अभी भी तुम्हारा टेम्परेचर है 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस, है ना?
Yes.
तो तुम्हारा टेम्परेचर चेंज ही नहीं हुआ ना. फिश में भी वही बात है. मतलब मैंने बोला इफ आई से पैसिफिक ओशन का टेम्परेचर चेंज नहीं होता, मतलब ये नहीं कि इट इज ऑलवेज 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस या फिर पानी का टेम्परेचर या फिर 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ओके, 15-10 डिग्री चेंज होता है, लेकिन वो फिश का बॉडी टेम्परेचर चेंज नहीं होता.
Okay, thank you.
अंडरस्टूड? Okay. Okay. Next, we will talk about consciousness. Okay. What is consciousness? For adaptation, a living organisms have to be aware of changing environment. Okay. So living organisms should be aware of the changing environment. Defining property. This is a defining property of a living organisms. Okay. So what is consciousness? Being aware of the environment. Anything happening around your surrounding, a person should be aware of it. A person or any organism should respond to it. Okay. Like plants. When there is no sunlight, if the room, if you if you grow a pot in a completely grow a plant in a completely closed box, and if you make a small hole at one end through which light is going to come, the plant will grow towards the direction of the light. Why is it growing towards the direction of the light? Because it is living and it needs light. It is aware of the environment, that what it requires. Okay. So this is consciousness. And the defining property, it is the defining property of living organisms. Self-consciousness is only seen in humans. So what is self-consciousness? Being aware of yourself. Okay, that is self-consciousness, and it is only present in human beings. Yeah. What happens to a brain dead person? Okay, in a brain dead person, when heart stops pumping blood, only then I will say he's clinical. Okay, how to tell a person he's dead? A person is said he's dead when its heart stops pumping blood. Even if you give CPR, he is yeah. So when the heart stops pumping blood, we call it as he's clinically dead. Okay. When do we say a person is biologically dead? when the brain is damaged and it is irreparable. Okay. So if heart stops, then it is clinically dead. Doctor will say the person is dead only when the person's heart is stopped. But his biology, if there is a person in coma and his brain is dead, but his heart is functioning, so he can live in ventilator, hai na? So he is not clinically dead, but he is biologically dead. Okay, these two terms are very important after while doing your MBBS. Whenever you want to write report of a summary of a death report and all, no, you have to mention properly. Biological death kab bolte hain? Jab his brain is not working, but its heart is working. His heart is pumping. So wo biologically dead hai. He's like a vegetable. Okay. Whereas pumping, if its heart stops, then you can say clinically dead, and then only then you can bury him. Got it? Is this two terms clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay, this is quite important for you all during your MBBS time. Okay. Now, what is coma? Coma, what happens to a coma patient? Coma patient is biologically dead person, but not clinically dead. Okay. He has consciousness, but consciousness is, okay, actually mistake hai yahan par. I'll just correct it. So it should be like he won't be having, coma patient doesn't have self-consciousness, but in your notes I've properly mentioned, he is consciousness is, he's showing consciousness. Matlab, abhi he's responding to the ventilator, hai na? Ventilator ko hatao, tab wo reaction dikhayega. Maybe he'll start choking, he'll start suffocating, you can see. And you know, for coma patient, Prince, what are you doing? Prince? Any issue you have? Okay. Or, what was I saying? Or if you know that for coma patients also they give food through drips. Okay. Stop drips, he'll respond to it. Okay. Remove ventilator only, is responding. Matlab wo external environment ko wo respond kar raha hai, but he doesn't have self-consciousness. Okay. This is the thing. Next is about reproduction. Tell me, reproduction is a defining or a characteristic feature?
Characteristic feature.
Actually, you have to say it is an exception. Okay. Because living organisms, you can't say reproduction as a, yes, it as a characteristic feature. Reproduction is an exception, because reproduction is only shown by living organisms, but not all living organisms. Okay. See, you will never see a non-living organism showing reproduction. Growth non-living organism hi dikhata hai, lekin reproduction is an exception. Okay. Please correct yourself. Reproduction is an exception. Okay. I know I made you all write under characteristic, but I remember that I had put exception, reproduction. Okay. So reproduction is an exception for living organisms. Only living organisms show reproduction, but there are some living organisms who do not show reproduction, but still we will consider them as living organisms. So it's an exceptional feature. Okay, clear? Everybody?
Yes.
All the batches?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, miss.
Okay, fine. So reproduction of a progeny possessing the features similar to the parents. What is reproduction? Production of progeny. Okay, Arana. Okay, production of progeny possessing features similar to parents. So we are producing progenies which are similar to parents. First one is asexual reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction, what is happening over here? We can see first budding is seen. Okay, Hydra and yeast mein we see budding. After that, we are going to see binary division in amoeba. Sporulation also we have seen. Sporulation का मतलब spore formation. We saw so many in fungi. Algae में देखा, आज bryophytes, pteridophytes में भी spore formation देखा, है ना? Fragmentation is seen in algae. It is seen in filamentous algae, bryophytes, fungi, as well as protonema of mosses. I hope everybody knows this protonema of mosses. Bryophytes हुआ है हर batch में. Okay. Next is regeneration is seen in planaria. Okay. Sexual reproduction, all organisms reproduce. No, it's their wish. Some cannot reproduce, like honeybee are infertile. Okay, the female worker bees are infertile. So it is not, it is a characteristic but not a defining feature. More than characteristic, you have to say it is an exceptional feature. Okay. So in unicellular organism, growth or reproduction, both, they are synonyms. Growth. हाँ कार्तिक क्या हुआ? ग्रोथ और रिप्रोडक्शन नहीं, यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म में बोथ है ना? ग्रोथ और रिप्रोडक्शन आर द सेम, synonyms. So growth and reproduction are the same in unicellular organisms, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Next we will study about growth. What is growth? Growth is nothing but increase in size of a cell, or increase in number of a cell, or increase in mass. All these characters are meant as growth. So plants have indeterminate growth. मतलब अपना पूरा lifespan में plants can grow. You know, there is shoot apical meristem and root apical meristem which keeps on growing. Okay? Animal में growth है determinate. मतलब एक certain age तक animals show growth. उसके बाद they don't show growth. Okay? No living have accumulation or deposition in superficial layers. मतलब extrinsic growth. What is it saying about? It is talking about extrinsic growth. Okay, they are talking about extrinsic growth. Extrinsic growth is not shown by living organism. They always grow from inside. Living have the suspension or growth is from within. So living beings grow from internal. Internal force causes them to grow. Now, what are these internal forces? Thoda sa high hai, not that much required. I'll just tell you. Apoplasmic or protoplasmic. These are the internal forces which make us to grow. Okay. Apoplasmic is seen in plants, that is cell wall deposition. So I think I had shown you all a picture. If I say this is cell membrane. Okay. और ये है primary cell wall. Okay. Pink color is the primary cell wall. Secondary cell wall is formed inside. This is apoplasmic cell wall deposition. Protoplasmic growth in cytoplasm. Okay. Now what happens? What is the main reason of growth is? सोचो कि ये एक सेल है, सेल मेम्ब्रेन है. ओके. यहाँ पर प्रोटोप्लाज्म का कंटेंट ज्यादा हो गया है. There's lots of cytoplasm का concentration बहुत बढ़ गया. So what happens since cytoplasm concentration is more? The cell starts becoming big. Cell लंबा हो जाएगा. Because cytoplasm is putting pressure on the plasma membrane. So that's the reason it is growing. Okay, that's the reason you can see it becoming big. Since it became big, now they divide and they form two cells, and that is nothing but growth. Okay, so these are the two forces, driving forces, which causes internal growth in living organism. If you don't remember also, it's okay. Okay, nobody is going to ask. I just told you. So shall I move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Aditi. Okay. Could you answer this in the chat box?
Hello?
Huh? What happened? Okay, I'm getting answers. Okay, Vidya, Vaidehi, Spruha. What only Goregaon branch is answering?
Miss,
Harshita.
which answer?
For this question, you put it in the chat box. Kavya asked, no?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Shantanu, check your answer. Okay. Fine. Pushti, okay. Hriday. Siddhi. Siddhi, check your answer again. Yeah, Kavya. So answer is option 3. Okay, all living organisms do not have the ability, do not have the capacity to reproduce. Okay, why option 4 is not an answer? Because yes, in low animals, growth and reproduction are mutually irreversible. Both are same, mutually inclusive property. This is growth and reproduction. But वो तो reproduction ही है ना? They are asking why reproduction is not a defining character. What is the main reason? Because like mule, ya fir, honeybee or infertile couples cannot reproduce. That's the reason. Okay, Shantanu, did you get it? Okay. Yeah, good. Those who answered 3. Okay. Try doing this. Okay. Okay, Kavya. Sharwa. Okay. Okay. Swara. Anjali. Saloni, check. Aradhana, check your answers. Harshita, no. Pushti, correct. Arya, okay. Gargi. Arya is Goregam Arya. Gargi, no. Saloni, no. Saloni, sab answers mark kar lo. Sylvie, Aradhana, correct. हाँ. Okay, Arya. Sean, क्या हुआ भाई topper? Sean, wrong. Check again. Hriday. Neha, no, wrong. Okay. Yeah, Sean is correct. Anushri. Anushri wrong. Vidya correct. Devrat correct. Okay, typo now. Okay. Mansi wrong. Some DN is correct. Anushri wrong. Yes. Christabel correct. Okay. So the answer is option 1. People are getting confused with option 2. Why this option is wrong? See, even the amoeba is showing external response to external stimulus. Iska matlab usme, have we seen nervous system here? We see nervous system in Coelenterata. Coelenterata is the first organism which is going to show nervous system. Nerve cells will be seen. Amoeba bhi dikhata hai bhai, stimulus, external stimulus. Bacteria, put some antibiotics, add some antibiotics to bacteria, which is Monera. Kitna simple organism hai. Add antibiotics, it is going to show external stimulus, right? Either it might die or it might form a spore around it. Okay? So that is the reason we cannot say a nervous system is present. Agar wo stimulus plant mein hai kya nervous system? Nahi. Okay, so that is why this is wrong. This is correct. Metabolic reactions may take place in isolated free system. Lab mein ho sakta hai metabolic reactions. This is absolutely correct. So did you understand those who went wrong? Did you get it? Those who told me option 4, because I got lots of answers saying option 4. Siddhi, did you understand? Siddhi, Neha and all? Saloni? Okay, what easy things these are. Please don't lose marks. Okay, answer this. Which aspect is the exclusive characteristic of living organism? As well. Okay. Shantanu correct. Sharv correct. Hriday correct. Okay, bas. Christabel, Vidya correct. Okay, Koyal. Durva. Tanvi, please check. Yeah. Kavya, no. Siddhi, correct. Kavya, wrong. Okay, Sean, Arya, Siddhi. Will we get the recording of this lecture for later use? I think so. You better ask Preethi. Okay, Vileparle mein Preethi hai na? She actually they are recording it. Yeah, they are recording it. So you can ask. You will get it. I guess so. I have no clue about this. ये पहले बार कर रहे हैं. We are doing this for the first time, Sylvie. So I have no idea. For biology, we are doing. We want to see how it works, how your marks will improve. Based on that, I think they will start for other subjects also. Swara, wrong. Sean, Shayad. Okay, you are saying for her. Miss Me, Prince क्या हुआ? Okay, Shreya, check your answer. Abhimanyu 2. Vaidehi, correct. Prince, wrong answer. Increase in mass. No, Kavya, again wrong. Yeah, it's recording, yeah. Abhimanyu, no. क्या हुआ भाई अभिमन्यु? Why you are doing wrong? Kargi is correct. Sarah, also check. Sprua, correct. Pushti, no. Akshar, no. Prince, no. Pushti, no. Yes, correct. So the answer, ये question के लिए देखो. What are they asked? Which is an exclusive characteristic of a living organism? ऐसा exclusive when they उन लोगों ने जब पूछा, what does it say? When they say exclusive character, so it should be a defining character. So what are the defining characters? एक metabolism होना चाहिए, एक consciousness होना चाहिए, एक cellular organization होना चाहिए. So you need to search among this. So those who went wrong, see. First one, what they are saying, increase in mass by accumulation of material both on the surface as well as on internally. Yes, I agree. It is a characteristic of a living organism. Lekin, what is this? It is a characteristic, or it is a growth. It's talking about growth, and growth we consider it as characteristic feature, not a defining feature. Okay. Let's see the third one. Increase in mass by inside only. This is also again growth. Okay. Growth is a characteristic feature. Isolated metabolic reactions occur outside. Living reactions are never considered as living things. So the answer will be the third one, because this is the definition for consciousness. जो भी बाहर होता है in environment, we have to remember, we have to react to it, as well as a living organism will keep in his memory. Okay, got it? Kavya, isolated metabolic reactions occur in vitro or perception of events. Option 2, Kavya. Got it? Everybody, those who went wrong? Pushti, did you understand? Pushti, Abhimanyu, and others also? Okay. Okay, this is, okay. This one, characteristics of growth includes, this is very easy. Yeah. Yeah, correct. Everybody is saying option 3 only. Okay. This one, in majority of the living animals and plants, reproduction and growth are higher animals and plants. This is also very easy. Answer for this? Okay. Yeah. Everyone is right. Now, let's study about diversity in living world. Okay. It's very difficult to remember the names, characters, and its uses, because organisms are so much diverse, and there is a necessity for us for identification, naming, and grouping of organisms. So grouping is very important. Even grouping is very difficult. Today, I found it very difficult in Vile Parle branch to group people into 4 groups. Okay, your Vile Parle branch knows it well. Okay, so what is classification? Identifying distinction among organisms. So identifying the organisms is known as classification. So we need to do it. Place them into a group containing similar organisms, and studying one organism of a group gives an idea about the whole group. मतलब अभी सोचो कि if I since animal kingdom and plant kingdom is done, मुझे एक plant मिला जो बिल्कुल मॉस जैसा दिखता है. Okay, So if I compare, moss जैसा दिखता है. So I know the characteristics of moss. So I will directly place them in bryophytes. No? I won't place them in algae. क्योंकि वो moss जैसा दिखता है, so it should come under bryophyte. So this is the idea of classification. हम लोग group करेंगे और एक organism के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. तो सारा organism का एक ही character है. Okay. Now if I take which organism to say? Okay, if I take tinea, I study about tinea. जो भी ऑर्गेनिज्म वहां आता है, लिवर फ्लूक या कोई भी आता है, सेम कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दे आर शोइंग, एंड दैट इज द नीड फॉर, दैट इज व्हाई वी डू क्लासिफिकेशन. Okay, so so G. Simpson had three ways of he called it in three ways. Okay, first one is systematic. Systematics का मतलब क्या है? Study of diversity of organisms, comparative and evolutionary relationship, organizing them into groups. Always remember, a definition like it's very weird it is, but remember, whenever there is a word evolution, it belongs to systematics. Okay, systematics talks about evolution. This thing you have to remember. Now, what is classification? Subtopic of systematics. ये systematics के नीचे आएगा classification, which deals with the ordering of organisms into groups. Okay, first is systematics. It is the study of diversity of organism, evolutionary relationship, and organizing them into groups. Groups में करके मतलब kingdom is, that is what systematics is telling. उसके बाद उसके subtopics, again we will group in them, again we'll orderly arrange in them. That is classification. Taxonomy क्या है? It is the study of principles and the procedures of classification. Classification, how to do classification? Through taxonomy. Okay, this is what you have to remember. Okay.
Ma'am, so taxonomy is under systematics or systematics is under taxonomy?
Actually, taxonomy is not under anybody. Taxonomy is the science which deals with classification. For everything, systematics is first. Okay. Uske baad classification, and taxonomy is the one which deals with classification. Okay, it's a science which deals with classification. So it's not under anybody. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next, about history of classification. So we started classification. ये सब नहीं चाहिए. Okay, हाँ. Okay, so we'll just study about Carolus Linnaeus. One John Dray's is given over here. जो तुम लोगों का टेस्ट में बहुत बार question आता है ना. John Dray. Okay, so it's over here. John Dray, he was an avid traveler. He loves traveling, and his Historia Generalis Plantarium was his book. More than 18,000 plants and animals are there. He was the one who coined the term species. Okay, he was the one who coined the term species, group of morphologically and similar organisms. उसने species का definition और दिया था, morphologically and similar organisms. This was said by John Dray. According to John Dray, मतलब नीट में नहीं आएगा, लेकिन तुम लोग क्वेश्चन हमारे वैट में, डैट में, मैट में आ सकता है, आया हुआ है. Okay, you have to just remember. He coined the term species and he said them as a group of morphologically similar organism. Okay. Carolus Linnaeus, textbook में भी है नाम. He's the father of taxonomy. Okay, he's called as the father of taxonomy. उसके books है Systema Naturae, Species Plantarum. Books are there. In the Species Plantarum book, this is for about plants. वहां पर उसने binomial nomenclature लिखा था. About genus and species he gave. Okay. Artificial system of classification we have seen in plant kingdom. Okay, we'll do it over there. Okay. Natural system of classification also, it comes under plant kingdom topic. Numerical taxonomy, that is again plant kingdom. Okay. Next is phylogenetic system of classification. It is based on clades. This is also an plant kingdom topic. Okay. Next is about nomenclature. So what is nomenclature? Assigning names to organisms is called as nomenclature. So local and vernacular names are there. So scientific names So scientific names are accepted all over the world based on the agreed principles and areas. Okay, scientific name is accepted all over the world. Prince, why are you drawing? You have any problem, doubt? Prince? Okay. So they were before polynomial nomenclature, trinomial nomenclature, and binomial nomenclature. But the most accepted one is binomial nomenclature. Okay. देखो polynomial nomenclature ऐसा दिखता था. I don't want to read also. इतना लंबा था. Okay. So trinomial nomenclature, Homo sapiens sapiens. Now human being is Homo it is. Okay, this is a trinomial nomenclature. मतलब genus रहेगा, species रहेगा, subspecific, variety रहेगा. Binomial nomenclature, दो नाम रहेगा. Carolus Linnaeus did this. Okay. Okay, tautonyms का मतलब क्या है? दोनों two names are same. Two similar names. Okay. That is tautonyms, and it is only allowed for zoology, not for botany. In botany, you will never see tautonyms. Okay, tautonyms are only seen in zoology. Like Naja, snake का नाम है. Okay, so two genus or species एक ही. So this is only seen in zoology. Okay. So these are the organizations which look after the names. Okay, ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, International Code for Zoological Nomenclature, International Code for Bacterial Nomenclature, International Code for Viral Nomenclature, and Cultivated Plants, International Code for Nomenclature of Cultivated Plants. Okay. Now taxonomic hierarchy. So we have seven hierarchy, seven taxons are there. That is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Okay, assigning the organisms as specific place in the systemic framework of classification. This framework is known as taxonomic hierarchy. Okay. Now what is a taxon? Each taxon is a unit. Each category is a unit and is known as taxon. So each category ka unit is known as taxon. Okay. As we go from species to kingdom, number of similar characters, what is happening as you're going from species to kingdom, similar characters are decreasing. But when you're coming down, similar characters are increasing. Okay. As you grow from species to kingdom, similar characters are decreasing. Okay. So these are some of the suffix. Okay. But for class, these are some of the suffix which you have to remember. Somebody was telling me to give some notes for suffix. Okay. For division, it is phyta. Class, it can be Opsida or Physi. PHY, Physi, not CEAE. Oh, VAT wala question galat hai. Okay. Order is ales. Family is AC for plants. Okay. Subfamily is Oidae. Okay, somebody was asking, so you can take a picture. I think Borivali batch was asking me for this. Okay, just write down.
Miss, in hello,
Yeah, tell me.
the recent Living World test was on the masterclass app, no? So there was a question: binomial nomenclature was first proposed by. So I chose the option Carolus Linnaeus. So it was wrong. It was something Gaspard Boyen.
No, Carolus Linnaeus is the right answer.
Okay.
Okay, I will look into it. Okay. So Carolus Linnaeus was the one who did binomial nomenclature. Okay, Aradhana, what is she saying? Abhimanyu, ma'am, these are only for plants, right? Yeah, this is only for plants. Okay, Akshar, for what? Which one? Okay, the question was about binomial system, not binomial nomenclature. Okay, Akshar is saying that the question what you told, no, was about binomial system, not binomial nomenclature.
Okay.
Okay, binomial system is not Carolus Linnaeus. I'll give you a 5 minutes break. Okay, you'll come.
Miss, so we have to leave the meeting.
क्या हुआ?
So we have to leave the meeting.
No, don't leave the meeting. Stay in the meeting only. Don't leave.
Okay,
Just
miss.
keep it on for 5 minutes.
Miss, also there was one question in that they asked which of the following is true about binomial nomenclature.
Huh?
Hello. So the options were binomial should not have less than 3 letters, binomial should not have more than 13 letters, and
Okay.
generic name is short and should be in capital letters.
Hmm.
So only from the following, the third one is right, no? So
Correct.
they
Yeah,
gave the
yeah.
option all are true. So first and second were no rule was there as
Yeah, yeah,
that
correct.
should be 13 more or less than 3.
Yeah.
That was also one wrong.
This time question paper or when was this?
This latest living word test in the masterclass app.
Okay. What was the answer?
The solution gave by them was all are true, but how can we never, like, there is nothing rule as they should have only more than 13
Could you
letters or less
report
than
this?
13.
Could you report this question?
Okay.
Okay, I'll see to it. If it is wrong, then I'll give you marks. Latest paper मतलब मैट का
बस अभी ऑनलाइन जो था ना लिविंग वर्ल्ड का जो आया था वो मैथ का पता नहीं.
वो पिछले वाला
हाँ,
उसमें
जस्ट
37
अभी आपने
questions were
पूछा
out
था
of
ना क्लास
syllabus.
में.
हाँ
हाँ.
वो छोड़ो वो तो मतलब बहुत गलत है. I have also told lots of questions were wrong over there.
नहीं ऑफलाइन वाला नहीं जो ऑनलाइन था.
हाँ हाँ पता चला ऑनलाइन वाला वही प्रीवियस वाला. I think the same thing. वैट शायद लगता है.
Miss, when will the break end?
Okay. Now let's see the difference between a taxon and a category. See, taxon and category are not completely synonyms. You can't say this is a taxon or category. Okay. A taxon is a group of organisms occupying a taxonomic rank. Matlab, okay, I'll just type for you all here. Okay, this is a difference. So taxon, ये भी क्वेश्चन आया था taxon और category का difference. Taxon is a group of organisms occupying a taxonomic rank, and category is the name given to various taxonomic ranks. Okay, so category is nothing but names given to various taxonomic ranks. Matlab, abhi kingdom Animalia. Okay, let's take kingdom Animalia. So kingdom is a category. Okay, lekin the animals are taxon. Did you understand? Agar maine abhi, let's take pteridophytes. So pteridophytes is a category. It is a given to a various taxonomic ranks. So division is category. उसमें क्या कौन सा division होगा? Pteridophytes. वो है taxon. Did you understand? Did everybody get to this? So
Yes,
what is a taxon? Group of organism occupying a taxonomic rank. Taxonomic rank कौन सा है? ये वाला है division. तो यहाँ पर जो organisms आते हैं उसको taxon बुलाते हैं. अगर अभी bryophyte हो गया taxon, pteridophyte हो गया taxon. Category क्या है? Division. उस ब्रायोफाइट्स किस कैटेगरी में, किस रैंक में आते हैं? डिवीजन वाले रैंक में. सो डिवीजन हो गया कैटेगरी. समझ में आया ये दो डिफरेंस? So they always give in assertion and reasoning questions like taxon and category are synonyms. या फिर एक मिनट, हाँ, so category and rank are the same. Yes, correct. Category and rank are the same. Yes, Sylvie. Okay, so what was I saying? Assertion and reasoning में पूछते हैं. Taxonomy and category are synonyms, and then they'll give you the thing. Okay, so they are not exactly the synonyms. So category है, taxon will be a group of organisms, and वो group of organism किस rank पे आता है? वो है category. So as Sylvie said, category and rank are the same. Yeah, you can see this. Is it clear? See, these small things I'll be clearing over here. Okay, because class में सब everything we cannot say. Some talks will happen. I'll also forget. So that is the reason this 2 hours is, I think you all have to attend. Try to attend as much as you all can. Okay. Okay. Next is about Systema Naturae. Was a book written by, who wrote Systema Naturae book?
Kerala.
Okay. Term taxonomy was given by? Who gave the term taxonomy?
APD Kandol.
Correct. APD Candle. Okay. I think I've given in the notes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was coined by APD Candle. Okay. So the APD Candle का name भी important है. Okay. Rania and Divya. Correct. Okay. Answer this in the chat box. Which of the following is the correct scientific name of wheat? वो table में है ना wheat का scientific name? Okay. Harshita, Sarah, Sean, Rania, Pushti, Anushri. Okay, Sylvie, correct. So Triticum aestivum is the name of the option 2 is the answer. Okay. So this one, taxonomic hierarchy refers to step.
Hello?
हाँ क्या हुआ? हाँ, correct. Option 1. Those who have marked option 1 is the right answer. So ये क्या है? Ratus, ratus are called as, अभी मैंने बोला. Yes, Aditya, Vaidehi, Spruha, Dhruva, Durva, Anjali, Sherva. Yeah. So it's tautonym. Okay, ratus, ratus is rat ka scientific name. Okay. Now, species is the smallest group of is the smallest taxonomic category. It is the basic unit of classification. You know, John Gray coined the term. Morphological concept of species was by John Gray. ये भी लिख लो. Morphological was John Gray. Ernst Mayr आना चाहिए. Okay. Ernst Mayr ने biological concept of species दिया. So अगर उस लोगों ने पूछा who coined morphological concept of species? John Gray. Biological concept of species, Ernst Mayr. I think biological concept मैंने दिया था notes में. Okay. All the members that can interbreed among, ये किसका definition है? ये है Ernst Mayr का definition. All the members that can interbreed among themselves and can produce fertile offsprings and the members of same species are called species. Okay. Miss, you start now. What Prince? I started long back. I think 3-4 slides are done. Okay. So the problem is, what about organisms showing asexual reproduction? What happens to this? Even they are also said to be as similar species through morphological concept. Okay, through biological concept, I won't tell them as same species. Through morphological concept, I will tell them as same species. Okay. Okay. So now, see, Homo sapiens sapiens. This is one species. So Homo neanderthals is the other species. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the genus, you know very well, assembly of related species that are evolved from a common ancestor and certain common characters are said to be as genus. Okay. Now family is group of related genera with less number of similarities as compared to the genus and species. Families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features of plant species like Solanaceae, Solanum, Petunia, Datura, Phyllidae, Panthera, and Phyllis. Order, okay. So group of families exhibiting a few similar characters like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae, Polymoliales, and Phyllidae and Candidae. Phyllidae is plant and cat wala family, and Candidae is dog wala family. So they come under the same order, Carnivore. Okay. So classes includes related orders. So mammalia, all these are mammals. Okay, phylum is the topmost part. Kingdom, you all know. Okay, so this chart is very important. Now also I've repeated many times. Very important part. Okay, now we will study about taxonomic aids. Okay, first one is herbarium. Herbarium polarized by Linnaeus. Actually, who did this herbarium? This was done by Linnaeus. Okay, collection of plants that are usually dried, pressed, and preserved. It is a quick referral in taxonomic studies. This is how a herbarium is done. So you have to take a plant, dry it, press it, and preserve it. Okay. Very important. What chemical you're using? You're using mercury chloride for poisoning. Okay. I think I mentioned in the class about this. Mercury chloride is used to poison the plant, because so that other pathogens do not attack, because you are keeping it to dry, no? So there's a chances of fungi or bacterial attack. To avoid bacterial and fungal attack, mercury chloride is used. Okay, and after that you're going to preserve it with its floral parts. Very important, flower ka parts hona chahiye. Agar ek bada sa ped hai, okay, if it is a big tree, which part you can't take the whole tree and stick in your paper, it's impossible. इसलिए तुम वो twig लोगे जिसमें flowers है. Okay, जिसमें flowers है. If you have that flowers, you have to store, क्योंकि flowers से identification होता है ना? We identify family में both flowers and vegetative plant. Okay, order is identified only through flowers, right? That is the reason Datura and Solanaceae are put under the same order, that is Convolvulaceae. Polymoliales. Okay, herbarium aids having specimens, aids without specimens. So specimen मतलब we have a reference. किसी एक को reference रखकर हम लोग उसका use करते हैं. So aids having specimen is herbarium, botanical garden, museum, zoological park, की नहीं, की इधर आना चाहिए. Okay, aids without specimen is flora, manuals, monograph, catalogs, and key. Okay, so this is the instruments which you require for herbarium. Okay, so this is known as vasculum. ये एक box है vasculum. Okay, so you will collect the plant and keep this plant in this box so that the plant कुछ खराब नहीं होगा. And then you will come to your house and ये है pressor. इसके pressor में डालकर उसको press करोगे. First poisoning करोगे mercury chloride के साथ. उसके बाद press करके बाद में paper में stick करोगे with its all information. Okay, see what are the steps involved. Steps involved for one is plant specimens, and with fruits or flowers are collected. Documentation of the field data. Certain data are to be recorded at the time of the collection. What are the data? Date, time, country, city, state, specific location information, latitude, longitude, elevation, and landmark information. This data must be typed onto a herbarium label. Preparation of plant specimen. The plant specimen is pressed immediately with the help of a portable field plant press. Plant specimen is transferred to a standard plant press 11, 12, and 18, which between the two outlets and the frame. Okay, frame, you all remember what I have given you, 29 into 49. Okay, that is more than enough. Okay, then you have to label it. Okay, see what you have to use. Application, this is very important. Application of 2% mercury chloride. This is used to protect from fungal and bacterial disease. Naphthalene, DDT, and carbon disulfide. ये नहीं चाहिए. Shit. एक minute. Okay. Fumigation using formaldehyde. Then you are going to treat with formaldehyde. First, you have to treat with mercury chloride. उसके बाद formaldehyde for preservation. Mercury chloride to avoid fungi and bacteria's contamination. Okay, sometimes you can deep freeze. ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा information हुआ. Okay, botanical gardens you all know very well. collection of living plants. For यहाँ पर living plants रहेगा. And these are the 3 botanical gardens you have to remember. Royal Botanical Garden. Italy का नहीं चाहिए. ये 3 याद रख लो. Enough. Okay. Indian Botanical Garden हावड़ा में. National Botanical Research Institute लखनऊ में. Okay. So these are the botanical gardens. Museum, insects are preserved in boxes, not jar. Okay. Large plants and animals are stuffed and sometimes skeleton is preserved. One second.
Hello, miss.
Empty. Start class. This is how the animals have been preserved. So preserve, you know. Go. Okay. Now coming to zoo. So zoo where animals are protected under human care, and this is a very important. Okay, we give the animals a natural habitat. We try to give a natural habitat. There will be like questions asking in zoo whether it is man-made habitat or natural habitat. It is like a natural habitat. Man-made habitat matlab buildings. We don't keep them in complexes ya buildings ya flats mein. We give them their natural habitat, like we may, for if it's a tiger, हम लोग उसको एक den बनाते हैं, a pond, some required trees. If it is a ape or a monkey and all, we give them special trees, whatever they require. So we are mimicking the natural habitat, but it is completely human, man-made. Okay, that way. Okay, next coming to the keys, taxonomic key. So the table of an alternate character arranged under sequence. Okay, so there is a table of alternate character which is arranged of a sequence based on the similarities and differences and contrasting character rahega. Okay, So we select or reject the character leading to the classification and identification of the organisms. This is analytic in nature. There are two types of keys. Classical key is only till family, and identification key you can identify till the end. Okay. ये नहीं चाहिए, but you have to just remember it is analytical in nature. I hope you all know what is a key. I can give you example अगर किसी को समझ में नहीं आया. सोचो कि मेरे पास अभी एनिमल्स है like bat, crow, elephant, और pig. So अभी हम लोग देखेंगे कि we will classify them into two categories. Okay, now the key will run like this. First, one sentence will be there. उस sentence को हम बुलाते हैं lead. Do they fly? सोचो कि do they fly? This is known as lead. Now each lead will have two characteristics. Each lead will have two characteristics. One is yes. Another one is no. One is yes and another one is no. No. So if I say yes, they fly, so crow and bat will come under this. No, they do not fly, the elephant or pig. Now let's classify crow and bat. Okay. So abhi kaun lead ho gaya? Yes, they fly will become a lead. Abhi this lead will leads to a next question. Do they have feathers? Do they have? ये है next lead. Have feathers. Now एक lead में कितना contrasting characters होगा? दो. तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Couplets. Yes and no. So अगर yes हुआ, then crow is going to come. No हुआ, तो bat is going to come. So one lead will have two couplets. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. So this is about the key. Okay. See, this is how the key looks. It is called a dichotomous key. मतलब दो, it is going to give you two options. Each statement is known as lead, and each lead has two couplets. Yes or no is a two couplet. Okay. Now we have flora. Now flora it talks about the details of a plant species of a particular area. एक particular area के बारे में बोल रहा है. You can see over here, flora of Maharashtra. मतलब महाराष्ट्र में जितना भी plants है उसके बारे में इस बुक में लिखा हुआ है. All the plants found in Maharashtra, about it they have written over here. So if you find a plant in Karnataka, if you found a new plant in Karnataka, so you can't refer flora of Maharashtra. You have to refer flora of Karnataka. Okay, like that. So details of plant specimens of a particular area. Abhi flora of Mumbai. Flora of Mumbai. So I can't take a plant from Pune and search its information in flora of Mumbai. Okay, so I have to search the information in flora of Pune. I can search in flora of Maharashtra. यहाँ पर रहेगा क्योंकि Pune is in Maharashtra, no? Specific to area only pictures. So जो area में है उसके बारे में है. अभी ये देखो Indian flora. So this is all the plants about the Indian found in India. Given what information is given about the distribution and habitat. ये information मिलेगा. Now if I take a mango plant, कहाँ in world wherever you find mango plant, उस place का नाम लिखिएगा और what environment it requires to grow, about it will be written. Index of the plant of a particular era. Okay. Yeah. Next is about manual. So manual is about detail of a plant specimen in a given area. सो एक प्लांट स्पेसिमन एक एरिया में पूरा डिटेल वहां पर लिखा हुआ है. Great detail for than flora. It is more in detail, greater detail than flora. Flora से भी अच्छा है manual because पूरा detail मिलता है. Flora में सिर्फ distribution और habitat मिला था. यहाँ सब कुछ, all information, life cycle, reproduction, सब कुछ. Occurrence, collection and identification of name. Does not give habitat and distribution. जो flora देता है ना, habitat and distribution, manual नहीं देता. Manual doesn't give habitat and distribution. So manual का definition क्या है? Here it is given. It is a book containing complete listing and description of the plants growing in a particular area. They provide useful information for identification of names of various species found in the area. एक area में एक plant के बारे में full information है, सिर्फ distribution और habitat नहीं. Leaving distribution of habitat, everything what you require for identification is given. The other definition also says the same. Manual is useful in providing information for identification of the names of the species found in an area. A manual does not need to be exhaustive and its scope to a typical underdefined. मतलब manual और flora का difference क्या है? Flora में it is concentrating more on habitat and distribution. Manual is completely giving you information of a particular plant. Now देखो, the manual of cultivated orchid species, मतलब orchids के बारे में सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पर. Monograph, the word only says mono, मतलब एक, कोई एक taxon के बारे में देगा, like Solanaceae. See, Solanaceae is a taxon. Family will be a category. Family is category. Solanaceae is a taxon. Solanaceae के बारे में, Reptilia के बारे में, Reptilia is a class. Category is a class. Reptilia या फिर Poiles इसके बारे में. Okay. Can you answer this? Which of the following taxonomic aid provides information for the identifying characters of all the species found in an area? Identifying the characters of all the species. Are you answering?
Yes.
Okay. Siddhi and all. Okay. Aditya correct. Abhimanyu correct. Spruha, Hriday, Saloni, Sylvie. Sylvie nahi. Sylvie wrong. Koyal no. Pushti correct. Arya, Sharva no. Gargi no. Yash no. Sharva now correct. Sarah no. Ali correct. Sri no. KV no. So the answer is manual. Manual is identifying the characters of all the species. Okay, 1 minute. Information about the identifying the characters of all the species found in an area. हाँ, ये तो flora है, sorry. Whoever marked option 3 is correct. Okay, flora is correct. Found in an area. So एक area के बारे में पूछा है ना. सिर्फ इतना दिया था, then it is manual. Okay, found in an area, it should be flora. Did everybody understand? Okay. Ma'am, but flora is for habitat and distribution, right? हाँ, habitat and distribution. लेकिन when it comes to area, no? About that area, see, flora is only particular for a particular area. Now, if I want to find out about a plant, I found it in Mumbai. So I will take flora. And flora will help me to identify which plant it is because it is in Mumbai vicinity. Since they gave about found in an area, that's why I chose flora. Otherwise, I will take manual. Okay. If it can, no, it is not for animals. Sharva, it's only for plants. Flora and manual is only for, manual can be for animals, but flora is only for plants. Flora strictly for plants. Okay. Now, what is a catalog? Catalog में pictures रहेगा. That's the only difference. Okay. A taxonomic aid that gives comprehensive information of a single taxon. इसके लिए आंसर बोलिए. Yeah, B is correct. 2B. Yeah. Option B. Yes, because monograph talks about a single taxon. Can you do this? Okay. Which one is correct? The taxonomical tool and its explanation between 1 and 2. I want, this is a match the following. So you need to arrange and tell me. Just write A, ka, A, 1 or 2 like that and send me. Okay. Sharva, do a full and send. एक मत लिखो अनुश्री Sharva. Do it completely and type and send. Okay, Spruha, correct. Okay. Okay, Tanvi, Vaidehi. Okay. So I'll do it now. Museum, educational institute. Herbarium is a house of collecting plant specimen. Monograph will be information on one taxa. Taxonomic key is couplet. Okay. Yeah. So these are some of the questions. Do this question. I think option is not given. Okay, this one you do. A book containing complete listing and description of plants growing in a particular area. Again, stress on in a particular area and answer. Catalog कैसे Karthik? How it is catalog? Yeah, it is flora. Okay, let me see whether you can do this. Can you answer this? Can you tell which is true and false? This is very easy. Just tell me which is true and false. Like statement 1, 2, 3, true or false. Tell me. Okay, Siddhi, correct. 1, 2, okay. Okay, Pushti, correct. Sylvie, wrong. Charvu, correct. Yes. Yash, correct. Aditya, correct. Arya, correct. Okay, Divya, no. Akshar, no. Sylvie, no. Koyal, correct. Tanvi, Sarah, correct. Purva, correct. Gargi, yeah, Akshar, correct. Now correct. Sharva, Sharva wrong. Sharva wrong. Sharva is the girl, no? Sharva wrong, yeah. Prince, you have to tell me which is true and false. Option 1, what is that? Sean, correct? Not bad. Sean is answering. Yeah. So first statement, key are used to identify plants and animals based on the similarity and differences. This is similarities. That is correct. Flora contains the account of habitat and distribution. है ना? Flora में habitat and distribution of the plant in a given area. This is flora. Correct. Flora provides an index to the plant species found in a particular area. Index देता है ना? हम लोगों ने यहाँ पढ़ा था. Just now we read. Index to the plants of a particular area. एक particular area के plants के index in the basis of index मतलब alphabetical order index देता है. This gives a proper index to us. So third statement also correct. Is that gone? Huh. Monographs provide information for identifying the species found in a found in an area. That is wrong. It is not found in an area. It talks about any one taxon. So 1, 2, 3 is correct and the fourth one is wrong. Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. Any other questions are there? We'll do. Okay. Can you answer this? The actual account of habitat and distribution in a given area. Same thing. Okay. So yeah, so we'll wind up the class. Did everybody understand? Yeah, Abhimanyu, correct. Did everybody understand living world? Is it pakka for everybody? No doubts, no more repetition will happen. No living world repetition. Did everybody understand? All your chota mota doubts got cleared? Okay, so tomorrow, Moksha Plaza and Goregaon, you will be having your vivas. Vileparle and Andheri will have in the next class, in the next week. Okay, be ready. And next week, we will do biological classification ka revision. Okay, complete biological classification revision. I hope the class was fruitful to you all. Okay, we'll meet next week. Okay, bye-bye, students. Good night. Okay, bye-bye. Miss Catalog or monograph? Yeah, कुछ question था यहाँ पर. Wait a second, somebody asked a question. Catalog, monograph, key, can you explain? Okay. So what is a catalog, Prince? Catalog is a book. See, catalog, matlab, if you go to buy a flat and all, how it is? So they will arrange the organisms in pictures. Okay, so you will get the picture of the plants or animals along with their name. So catalog will be having pictures. Monograph is a book which talks about any one taxon. Like if it is a book of mammalia, mammalia is a class, है ना? उसके सब कुछ उसमें लिखा हुआ. Only about mammalia, no other organisms. So if it is a book of Magnifera indica, so they'll only talk about Magnifera indica. So monograph is specific to a particular taxon. Key we just saw. वहां पर similarities and dissimilarities के वजह से we are classifying the organisms. Okay, so we saw there will be a lead के लिए 2 couplets रहेगा. Okay, Prince, got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Prince, fine. Thank you. So shall I wind the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss,
Can you?
Miss, am I audible?
हाँ, Spruha, you're audible. Tell me.
Miss, actually, I referred to the notes which you gave during the living world. Over there, you've written like manual's definition as information of identification of species present in a particular area. So now you're saying that manuals are not restricted to a particular area, right?
No, it is restricted to a particular area. It's not completely restricted to a particular area like how flora is. So whenever there is a question, see, it's a very contradictory statement. Manual gives you a complete information about an organism, but not that much importance to area because it is not concentrating on distribution. Who is concentrating on distribution? Distribution का मतलब क्या है? कहाँ सब मिलता है? So distribution is concentrated by flora. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the reason we chose that one.
Okay, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Okay? Manual talks about area, but not as much as how flora is. Okay?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anybody? Okay, fine. So I'll wind up the class. Okay then. Bye-bye, students. Take care.